So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. We have a hump day grid to get into, and I want to just show you this wine. Take a look at it pour. You can see that it is actually not a very deep ruby red at all, but in fact, you can actually read the white keys. And when I'm looking through the wine through the glass here, through the crystal, and into the white light on my iPhone here, no evidence, absolutely no evidence of gas or sediment, but it has a very beautiful purple shimmer and a platinum, if I ever saw a platinum halo ever, on the nose. Oh, this is plum, raspberry, orange zest, and I take that back. That may be lemon zest. But it seems to be all raspberry. On the palate, I would say bold, tannic, very dry, and this one's highly acidic. Nice finish on it. This one is begging for veal or lamb, but really anything would work. I think because it's acidic, it's so highly acidic, it kind of counters the tannins, and it just makes you where you don't necessarily feel like you're trapped into a really fatty fish or something like that. But enchiladas, that's a different story. So this is a fabulous 2021 Tempranillo. Fabuloso. All right. I bet you anything I'm going to drink that whole bottle tonight. So, I mean, just a pretty good guess. Let's hop into our grid here. So we've got a Daniel Bodily construction edited by the great Mr. Will Shorts. Just always so nice to say that. Let's hop in and see what we got today. It's hump day, April 2nd. So no more of that Fool's Day business, Instrument depicted in Manet's Young Flautist. And, oh, I can see it in my head. I think he was a fifer, wasn't he? I had a couple of art history classes, but I didn't, and I'm an artist. I think that helps. But I'm not that guy that just has paintings memorized or anything, so something that's often clicked. Brew that generally has a higher than usual alcohol content. Oh, who knows? Soft mattress topper. How about a foam pad? Nutritional figure could be RDA. Blank Flato, or Flato, a longtime host of Science Friday. Yes, it's Ira Flato. Big fan, always was. Didn't he do maybe some Radiolab stuff or something? Or that's Roman Mars? I can never keep up. Fanghorn Forest Denizen. We're looking for an int here. Something that's often clicked. How about an icon? We finally got something to go here. Now, I got an R at the end and I got an IC. Is there an ice beer? I don't know. I just really don't know. So, sweet. Neat. Neato. Maker of the world's largest quantum computer. That would be IBM. IBM. What is this? I'm like, what's Finbubu? IBM. Okay, so it looks like we've got go out with a bang. So maybe this is a finish, and then we're gonna have the end of that. I'm assuming strong at 44 down. I don't know. Let's see if this works. So, trick-taking card game. Maybe hearts. Hearts. Happy Wednesday, everybody. My name is Christopher. I'm delighted that you're here. Like some photos of yesteryear, could be sepia-toned. Used to love working in that when I was a photographer back in the day. One of the ways I made a living. Lab course participant. I'm a rat. Okay. Put on TV again. It could be re-air. It could be to rerun. Let's go with air. That makes more sense. Licks. Say maybe wets. Word that means both hello and goodbye. How about ciao? Come stai? Io sto bene. Got a closer shot. Huh. Maybe pan in? They're really talking to me today in my former career as an art director. Later a creative director, believe it or not. Let's see. Threat to a king. Well, it's not a twin this time, so let's go with a pawn. Tennis's Agassi would be Andre. Scout camp craft. How about a canoe? Scout camp craft canoe. Very alliterative. I like it. Try to win. Maybe woo. So frame, apron, molding, etc. That's, well, it's window. It's window frame, isn't it? I mean, all that window trim. Rap star who called himself Machiavelli, and that would be Tupac Shakur. So a wetland creature could be a newt. Also a very important ingredient in witch's brew, or at least their eyes. Blank Gabbard, the first Hindu member of Congress. Yeah, I think also the first Hindu national security advisor or director of the NIA. National, I don't know. Yeah, there's gonna be a trim, window trim. Kershak or Kala in Disney's Tarzan. I have no idea. If I had to guess 3 letters, I'd go with an ape. I have no idea. I've never seen it. Join up with at church. How about wed? Transferred at death. Maybe demised. And we're all going to have to do it. Romans as an example. How about an epistle? Epistle. So I think we do have an ape over here, yeah, and a dark wizard could be a warlock. So clairvoyant could be an oracle. This is a semi-challenging Wednesday here. We've got ourselves, I mean, it's not a rollover grid. It's not just going to say, okay, just solve me. No, we're going to work on this one a bit. This is great. Didn't stick around, say. Maybe went out for a pack of smokes and never came back. Ran. Sensei school could be the dojo. Collected Hot Wheels. How about carjacked? Now that is classic. I love that. That's clever. Daniel Bodily, you've done it again. Bunk could be rot. Absolutely rot. Prefix with pressure. How about acu? New Deal program in which workers planted more than 3.5 billion trees in brief, and I think that's the Triple C. I think. It was a WVA, the WPA, oh my gosh, there was a ton of them, you know. So I think we got ourselves a rocket raccoon character in Guardians of the Galaxy. I've never seen it, ever. But I did watch Ludwig's first episode last night, and I am hooked. I mean, hooked. On. How about a top? Let's see. Can we get means of fiscal savings? Oh, I don't know. How about a budget cut? Issuance from a government agency. So we're going to have an abbreviation. So it might be a regulation. Parmesan shelfmate. That's just weird to say, isn't it? And I think we got Asiago here, and it's actually my favorite of the two. Even when recipes call for parm, I'll often just throw in the Asiago. Just I really like this. It's even more savory. Got a thickness to it. It's just wonderful texture. Love it. Controller. How about a gamer? Start a long distance call in bygone days. Probably gonna have to dial 1. I remember those days. And I'm not even that old, but I remember dialing 1. I mean, I remember these things, but I also remember rotary phones in the 80s. I mean, I have friends that had money, so they had dial, the little push buttons, but we had rotaries going up till I was about 12, and all of a sudden we broke through. Got ourselves some tone things, and it was kind of nice. I was playing with it as a young musician. I would try to make music on the phone. You know, it's ridiculous, I know. Absolutely chew out, maybe to ream. Groundskeeper. How about a barista? How clever that is as well. I like it. Broke bread, maybe 8. Approximate weight of the Liberty Bell. No idea, but I guess it's a ton. That's good to know. The more you know. No, Brian. The more you know. The more you know, Brian. It's Cool Whip. Armchair athlete as an example. Probably a sports something. I don't even imagine. I mean, I'm a sports something. I just don't know what that's supposed to be yet. Sits on one's hands. Maybe idols. Idols. As in Eric. Pronto. Stat. Packed house letters. Standing room only. Newsman Chuck Todd. Boy, he got the ouster on Meet the Press, didn't he? That was a couple of years ago, but maybe it was a year. I don't even know what it was, but wow, I was like, what? How did that happen? How did he get gone? Ring or rink, be an arena. But the young lady that took his place is fabulous too, so I'm not complaining at all. Receded could be ebbed. So we got enough here. What the glass slipper was on Cinderella's foot. Is this an R? Like some tables and trips, could be round, and I think we've got up top a perfect fit. Perfect fit. Bueno. Org that oversees the World Cup, and that would be FIFA. So we have a sports buff in here. I was told once that I shouldn't argue with a fella because he was a high school valedictorian and a history buff. Okay, good for you. Seized. How about boils? Yeah, no, I don't think that. Just don't. Condé Nast Women's Magazine. I'm assuming we're going for self here. And cleans vigorously. Ooh, there's a joke in that. Not to worry. And we got NBA Hang Time. I remember playing that game. But my wife and I loved to play the Simpsons arcade game. We would spend a good $5 in quarters on that. Just had fun. I think she was always Bart with the skateboard. Maybe she was Lisa. I don't know. Just whatever. We didn't care. A goofball. Well, could be a buffoon. I had to look at that for a minute. I'm like, I don't think I've spelled that in a long time. I'll make sure that's even right. Groovy with, far out, man. So, Huffington of the Huffington Post would be Ariana. And, so finish strong. I was being an oracle. I was clairvoyant. I pictured the future there. Knighted, one named rock star, that would be Bono. Airsoft gun ammo, probably BBs. Beethoven's Born in Bonn, another alliterative beauty. And so BB's got an S there. What's the catch? How about a snag? And how do we do, Bob? Beautiful. This was an outstanding grid. Daniel, Bodily, Bodily. I don't know. I need to probably search you around on YouTube, see if anybody's done an interview with you. And then maybe they'll announce your name correctly. Of course, if you're seeing this, Daniel, shoot me a note. Maybe we could interview you here. And you have like a little inside the Solver studio kind of a thing. That would be fun. I would love that, by the way. And I think that our thousands of unique views each month would appreciate seeing that too. So just a little FYI. And so we'll bring in our Bannière d'Adieu. And again, kudos to Mr. Bodily. And I just want to say, I really appreciate the likes and the subscribes. The comments are always just, they really, truly warm my heart. And I wanted to say, if you want to support the channel, you can feel free to be a super solver. But if you haven't already subscribed, maybe consider that. It'll just help the channel grow, but grow in the right way by feeding this into the right algorithm and to the right feeds of the right people. Because right now we've got a fantastic, beautiful audience, and I want to keep it that way. And so, anyway, I would appreciate that very much. But if you want to become a super solver for like 10 euros a month or $9.95, I need to look at that. It's not much. Please feel free to join up. Consider it you're buying me a cup of coffee, but at the same time, what we'd be doing is we'd have a chance to hang out twice a month and just kind of do discussions. We'll probably do an hour or two at a time, and I'll do them twice a day, twice a month, so we can hit all of the time zones fairly equally. Until we see you next time, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Abend noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, and Cin-Cin. Be good to yourselves, your friends, your neighbors, your family. It's all very important, but be especially kind to the person behind you in line. We are all living in troubled times. Everything's a little topsy-turvy. What we can do to make that just a little bit better is a little bit of kindness, and I'm always for that. Till then, be well. We'll see you on the morrow. Cheers.